All right, keys 2, this is what you're going to be doing for Back to Life by Hillsong Young and Free. So your main part is actually going to be the big synth line that happens in the instrumentals, but it kind of leads into it during the choruses. So the setting that you're going to be using is called Super Trance. You know, it's in the Sin Lead category and it's number 75. Okay, so what normally we'll have you guys do for this song is you'll probably have 2 keyboards because you'll need to hold the pedal point of the analog setting with 1 keyboard. And since this is a synth line and you have to utilize the wheel and all that kind of stuff, you won't be able to sustain this with the pedal. So you'll need to have your pedal point going and just hold it with the pedal and then do all of the synth stuff over here. So now it's the same pattern, just with the wheel being all the way down or all the way up or somewhere in the middle as you're fading it. So really pay attention to the rhythm of this as well, because if you're counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, the synth line comes in on like the and of 1. So if you're counting like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, it's like 1 and is when it starts, like the and after the 1. So I'm just going to show you what the actual notes are really quick. Okay, so when you first start it, it's at the beginning of the chorus, and it's doing this like muffled sound. Okay, and so that's why we picked Super Trance, because this sound has the ability to do that. So I'll just show you how it goes really quickly first. Okay, so to show you exactly what those notes are, if you couldn't see, it's a B flat, an E flat, and an F, and then walk up again, and then walk back down, and walk back up, and then up to an A flat, down to a G, down to the E flat, F, E flat. Okay? So again, you'll have to be really counting, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so you'll need to make sure that you start on the and there and practice it with the song. Please practice it with a click track so that you can do it by yourself and you're not relying on the recording. So when you start that in the chorus, basically what happens is the chorus is sung and then there's like a little break right before the instrumental happens. And then you can hear this little... Oh, sorry. Okay, so you can hear that in the song. There's like a little break after she says her last word, right before the actual instrumental starts, and you can just hear this little... So by that time, you're like fading it, and by that time, I want it to be in the middle, like the wheel, to be right smack dab in the middle. So then, after you do that, then you'll need to like very quickly turn the wheel all the way down so that then you have the full-on synth line happening like that. Okay, so I'm just going to play it through so that you can kind of see how I'm fading it. Okay, so then you cut out there for the next verse, and then come back in for the next chorus, and then I believe that there's nothing in the bridges. I'll have to double check on that, but make sure that you also are watching the aux keys tutorial that's on worshiponline.com, just to make sure that there's not any parts I'm missing in the bridge. But that's like the main hook that you need to learn and really pay attention to, because that's the most important part. So again, if you have any questions, really just practice that part and practice with the click track and with the recording. And then whenever you get to church, get there a little bit early so you can practice the fading with the wheel. And we'll see you soon.